Hi, and welcome back to Eden Revisited. Today we're going to take a tour of one of our garden areas. I'll tell you our plan, what we've done, and our vision going forward. This area is full sun with southern exposure. We're creating a fruit tree guild here centered around a pear tree. In this older picture, you can see the tree baskets around 2 blueberry bushes and the grape arbor. We've added 3 more blueberry bushes and a bunch of other things since then. This is our 5-in-1 pear tree. Basically, it's a pear tree with 5 different types grafted to it. This is Bartlett, Seckel, Kiefer, Japanese, and I think D'Anjou. I'm probably not saying that right. These varieties are supposed to pollinate each other without needing an additional pear tree, so it's a good tree for smaller spaces. That said, we're not a smaller space, and we do have an older Bartlett tree in another area of our property. We planted this on Easter Sunday 2022. Each branch flowered, and we harvested a few Kiefer pears last year. What was most interesting to us is that the older Bartlett pear tree produced better than it has in the entire time we've lived here. We actually had to prop up some of the branches because the fruit was so heavy they were at risk of breaking off. I don't know if that was from the heavy pruning it received last spring or from finally having a pollinator, but probably a little of both. This was the first harvest we took off our Bartlett pears last year. We picked many more times and picked enough to can for the entire year, eat many fresh, and make some pear sauce. I even made this delicious pear almond pie, which has almond paste in the bottom of the crust. I found the recipe online, but I don't remember where. I thought it was quite good. Mr. Eden said, it's okay. So back to that 5-in-1 pear tree. The risk with multiple varieties grafted to one plant is that one will die off. It was a risk we were willing to take to try something unique and new. So far, all of the branches have budded out this year and are developing leaves. The second branch is also filled with flower buds. It was the first one to do this last year, too. A fruit guild is a garden area planted in a polyculture manner. Basically, that means multiple plants of different varieties which are all beneficial to each other. Think of it like the woods growing naturally. In 2022, we planted 7 strawberry plants in what will be the drip ring of this tree when it's mature. They are like a living mulch and block out grass and weeds. We have about 30 plants coming up this year, so they will fill in eventually. But I should probably do something about the grass there this year. Peer down among the weeds and you will see a blueberry. I don't know that they provide benefit to the guild, and they have been struggling in this area. It's hard to keep the soil acidic enough for them. Oh, and the weeds are a problem. Battling weeds is going to be an ongoing theme here. If these bushes continue to struggle in this area, I will build another raised bed for them where I have more control over the pH level in the soil. We bought 4 more bushes this year, and I already have plans to plant at least 2 in large pots. There will be a video of that yet this week. Oh look, more grass and weeds. One of my strawberry runners decided to set up home next to our chives. These chives prevent unwanted pests and turn the wildlife away. I think they smell delicious, but nature and Mr. Eden disagree. Next are our garlic chives. They benefit the garden in the same way as the regular chives, and Mr. Eden feels the same way about them. This rhubarb is a gift from our neighbors down the road in 2022. A bush grew too big in their yard and was shading this too much. That sweet 70-something-year-old man brought it over and he planted it for me because my back was hurting that day. Its leaves shade out weeds below and provide chop and drop compost when we harvest. This plant has been so healthy that we're able to harvest a lot of delicious red stalks last year. I made a couple batches of rhubarb custard bars. It's a delicious recipe from Taste of Home. It dirties a lot of dishes, but I think it's one of the reasons Mr. Eden married me. We also froze some for use later in the year. I made a pie, and I canned some rhubarb sauce. I just bought 4 more roots to plant this year. Mr. Eden asked where I was putting them. Are we supposed to know that before we buy plants? Because I didn't get that memo. Anyway, watch for the video of me planting them in the next couple of days. We have 2 grapevines planted on this arbor. They're called Tomcord. They're a cross of the Thompson and the Concord, with the taste of the Concord, but no seeds like the Thompson. At least that's what the nursery says. They were also planted in 2022, so they haven't produced yet, but as you can see, they've awakened from their winter slumber. There's a lot more to do in this area. I think I will plant mammoth sunflowers close to the building to add vertical interest and to provide fun winter treats for our chickens, if I can keep the other birds away, that is. I'd like to climb beans or peas up the sunflower stems for more vertical interest and to help fix nitrogen in the soil. I haven't done it with either of these veggies yet, but my cucumbers a few years ago were thrilled to climb the last sunflowers I planted. I also will plant several more herbs here and maybe replace the wood in that bench. I've owned it since 2000 and replaced the boards in 2010, so it's past due to have them done again. It will be fun to see how this develops this year. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my videos, please hit like and subscribe.